Hi Tokyo Short Film Festival. My name is Sadie Grey Murphy and I directed a short film called The Audition. I've been making films since I was really little. When I was 7 years old, I used to make stop motion movies and music videos. And then when I got to high school, I realized I had a real passion for creating art through film. So I wanted to learn how to become a filmmaker in all capacities, from directing to writing to editing to designing. And I attended a filmmaking program the past 2 summers in New York City, where I had a chance to get my hands on a real camera, and I got to really learn how filmmaking works through creating my own films and collaborating with my peers. And there, the first year, I created a short film that was my first real short film called The Dessert, about an ice cream heist, which later became the inspiration for my little film company called Melted Ice Cream Films. And then in between that and The Audition, I created several more short films, spanning from a film about a man who obsesses over a penny to another short film about a girl who tries to reverse mistakes she's made by walking backwards. And then the second year, I was really excited when we had the task of creating a short film inspired by Alfred Hitchcock, who was really the master of suspense. And we had to have no dialogue and it had to be under 3 minutes. And with those constraints, I created The Audition. The initial inspiration for The Audition was from the many auditions I've attended throughout my life as a serious dancer. And I wanted to create something that captured the nervous energy in the waiting room, as well as the anticipation created when thinking about what lies ahead in the audition room. And I also thought a lot about the Me Too movement in the film industry and wanted to create something that captured the experiences of those women. And I would describe the film as a casting call that goes wrong when a director calls actors in, but they don't come back out. I have so many favorite filmmakers, so I'm just gonna list a few I really love. Sofia Coppola, Richard Linklater, Hayao Miyazaki, Gus Van Sant, Chen Kaige, Greta Gerwig, Alfred Hitchcock, Chantal Akerman, Wes Anderson, Stanley Kubrick, and Anya Svarda are all a few of my favorite directors. Having danced for 14 years, I've met so many people, learned from so many experiences, and picked up on so many stories I've found worth telling. So I would really love to create something where I could showcase all of those stories. And I also think my perspective is interesting as a dancer turned director, no pun intended. So I'd really love to get to share that world with people. First of all, I would want to make sure my cast and crew felt super involved with the film, making sure they knew the inspiration behind it and how important their individual role was on set. And then besides that, I would make sure to prioritize organization and make sure we had a clear timeline for pre and post production, but most of all, make sure everybody was having fun and felt excited about the project. The hardest part of making The Audition was actually something that happened the day of filming, and this was that I had forgotten one of the lead characters, the green hat. I had found this green beret when I was traveling in France, and I was really excited for it to be a part of my film. And when I got there the day of shooting, I realized I had everything except for the hat. And we had a really limited amount of time to shoot, so I contemplated using my friend's baseball hat, but I ended up running back a few blocks away to retrieve the hat and then taking a deep breath and getting back there and just filming, and it turned out great. I've started a docu-series about New York artists called Lunch with a New Yorker, and I'm shooting the next episode for that this summer with a woman director who I find highly inspiring, so I can't wait to do that. And other than that, I am going to continue creating short films and projects, and maybe even adapting a book sometime. And I also just finished filming a short film called Nonfiction, which I'm releasing later in the year. Here's a poster I designed for that. So I have lots of exciting things coming up. Thank you so much for listening, and arigato, and I hope you enjoy my short films.